Broncos country, listener participation here because it's a simple question, but we also want to know why. So an over or an under on the win total that ESPN Bet has for the Denver Broncos. You know, a year ago it was 5.5, Cecil, after a successful rookie season with Bo Nix, a playoff run with Bo Nix and Sean Payton. That number jumped up, man, and it jumped all the way up to 9.5 wins. ESPN Bet has the Denver Broncos at 9.5 wins. So like I said, Broncos country, what say you? Over, under, and why you believe they will achieve or underachieve to that 9.5 win totals. For those of you that care about the game, the over at 105, plus 105, and the under at minus 135 right there. There are 6 teams in front of them in the AFC, and Cecil, 2 of them are in the AFC West. Like I said, let's get to those numbers for the rest of the league coming up. But how did you feel when you initially saw the 9.5 number?
Yeah, it's over that. I mean, this is the step you take to, I'd say 12. I haven't seen the schedule in the order in which it comes out, but just looking at this team, looking at what the rest of the league is doing, and making the assumption, very dangerous, but assuming that you fix running back. And by fix, I mean like huge upgrade because one, it's Javonte, so, you know.
By fix, you mean find one.
Yeah. Actually have a ground game for Bo Nix. People aren't even ready for what Bo Nix can be with a proper ground game. You think you know Bo? Kev even thinks he knows Bo. But you don't know Bo with a ground game. You don't know Bo with a real tight end situation or 2, because I still think you get not 1 but 2 tight ends in this draft to go with Evan Ingram. I think you get 2 running backs in this draft, regardless if you get J.K. Dobbins or whoever else. We need to start a draft board, by the way. Hopefully the morning show will participate in that. But either way,
cheaters.
You don't even know. You think you know Bo? You don't yet know Bo because last year we didn't really get to see Bo. We saw rookie Bo. And, the second-year slump, sophomore slump. Yeah, that's fine. 61 games played in college. The sophomore slump was last year. It was those first 4 games when he wasn't real good.
That's what I was going to say. We don't know Bo with a good running game.
Yeah.
Now, I'm hesitant to say they're going to have a good running game because Sean Payton's the head coach, but will they have a better running game? Absolutely, they will. And, yeah, you're right, man. That's exactly where I was going to go. There's no 4-game ramp-up period, runway period, whatever you want to call it.
Struggle bus type thing.
He's figuring out what it looks like with real NFL talent, real NFL speed, because he got the preseason and the training camp stuff, but it's not the real deal. Yeah. It's not an actual NFL game where guys are literally going 100%. So
this is the season.
He will be a upgrade from the first 4 weeks.
And this is the season where the rest of the league rues the day they didn't take Bo Nix. The rest of the league will rue the day they passed on Bo Nix. And this is the season he can prove that. I look at what Washington's doing. I'm not impressed. They need to do more. And I love Adam Peters. You know I love Jaden Daniels, my number 1 quarterback. Like, you're not doing enough. Look at what New England's trying to do. Hey, let's get Stephon Diggs around Drake May. Yeah, that's going to work.
New England's not a playoff
think Chicago has anything figured out? With Caleb Williams? Hey, Ben Johnson. Maybe it'll be better, but that's just starting his rookie season this year. This can be the year with the right ground game. You're going to see a Bo that you didn't even dream you could see if they get the right ground game around him.
The teams, and I actually counted this wrong because the Texans are in front of them, but they're exactly at 9.5 as well.
Okay.
So really, as far as the teams that go in front of them, it does stink that there are 2 AFC West teams there. It's the Chargers at 10.5 wins. That's exactly where the Bengals land as well. And then you have the Chiefs and Ravens. Chiefs, Ravens, Bills, all at 11.5.
Bengals at 10.5?
Yep.
Bengals. 10.5. What division are they playing?
They play in a very difficult one.
All right, I guess you just don't want to play defense.
And they haven't addressed their defense.
Yeah, they just don't play defense. They're going to score. It's going to be the Van Halen score, 51-50, all the time. Like, the Cincinnati, listen, Joe Burrow is amazing. Jamar Chase might be the best receiver in all of football. T. Higgins is but
T. Higgins is pretty good, too.
That's about it for that team.
T. Higgins is better than anything the Broncos got right now.
Are we sure about that?
Well, I feel that way.
Okay.
I know you don't feel that way.
Well, I don't think if there is a gap between T. Higgins and Courtland Sutton, and I'm not going to argue that right now, it's not that great.
I think you look at the Bengals and where they're at of like power offense. struggling defense.
Yeah.
Where's the middle?
Why
of their
isn't the
true
middle of
identity?
9.5 games then?
I don't know.
Why are they more than Denver? Why do they keep getting this love?
Well,
Don't they
because-
understand what Denver's building here?
Because Cincinnati has been to a Super Bowl.
Okay.
They were, well, it was the Broncos that kind of eliminated their opportunity last year to get back into the postseason, which I don't think they were a Super Bowl team a year ago anyway. I don't think they're a Super Bowl team this year unless they fix
I don't think
that
they're
defense.
a 10.5 win team and taking the over on that. Now, here's the thing before I get my rant, and I'll save most of it. The lines are established to get people to bet.
Of course.
That's it. So I can be outraged at 9.5 wins, and I can talk about the over, totally not gambling advice, whatever. But the crappy thing about this whole conversation is they're just made to make you bet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Cincinnati can't do that. I'm taking the under. Durr. Like, okay, yeah.
And I mean, look, if I'm looking at the teams in front of them, I think the Broncos will be better than the Texans. We did this exercise.
Yeah.
But the Chargers, Bengals, I'm going to put them in the same lane. The Broncos and the Bengals are in the same lane for me right now. But they're still not better than the Chargers.
Yes, they are.
They're still not better than the Chiefs.
Wait and see.
They're still not better than the Ravens. And they're still not better than the Bills.
Okay.
Those
I
four.
would give them two of those teams.
Okay.
Ravens and Bills. You're on the tier, or I guess your target should be there. I don't want to be in the same tier as the Chargers. The
No,
team
I
that
don't either.
chokes.
But, dude, I told you what happened last year, right? They beat them twice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the Broncos have had a better offseason than the Chargers have.
I'm going to avoid getting too crunchy. It's only 10:23, but it's not about what happened. It's what you're doing. What are the Chargers doing? Did they get Evan Ingram?
No.
Are they upgrading their stuff like the Broncos are?
Mm-mm.
Did they fix their hole at inside linebacker and at safety? And by the way, they do have similar holes to the Broncos. The targets in the draft for the Broncos are the same targets for the Chargers. So it's not what happened, it's what you're doing. It's the present. I look at the present. Last year they didn't beat them. All right. That's not this year.
Yeah.
So I get your argument, but to me, they are pushing to the tier. They're not on Buffalo's tier. They're not on Baltimore's tier. But you're pushing to be on that tier.
Are you 100% sure that Sean Payton's a better coach than Jim Harbaugh? Because I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I would say no, I'm not. But he's got hardware. Harbaugh got there, and he didn't win it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's where I'm at. They're better than the Texans. They're in the same plane as the Bengals. But Chargers, Chiefs, Ravens, Bills, I got to see it before I just say it. But Broncos country, like we said, how do you feel about it? Over, under, and why will it be that? 303-713-1043. I'm already seeing a bunch of you guys talking about needing a running back. Absolutely. And Cecil just said it. What will they be? Not if, but when they get that running back, because they're taking two of those things coming up in April's draft. All right, we are calling out names for our fan flyaway. This is an opportunity for you to go see the most popular horse race in the country. The fan flyaway, presented by Embers Golf and 303 Law 4040. We're looking for Travis Huckabee. Travis Huckabee, you have 10 minutes to call us back.